how then will you now say that you do not know people were watching Diary Room, but you were sending direct message to your ex-girlfriend every time? Omashola. You came into the house weeks later and you never watched the show before. That's a lie. I was like, wait, don't talk, Shay, I'm talking. Your mother even apologized for you. Hey, that was where all the camel's back broke. Hey homie, how you doing? What's happening? My name is Omi Odike and this is Talk to Your Homie TV. My darling here, I love to give Bobby sweet and juicy gist. And today we have hot gist. We are discussing the BBNAIJA Pepper Dem Reunion Day 4. See, if you know anybody that wants to go to BBNAIJA, tag the person. Do you know that diary session was very strategic? I did not know at all. But today they were discussing diary sessions and people that were using the diary session to their favor to cast people. It was crazy. Before I begin, subscribe to this channel now because I give you very sweet gist. Subscribe now and click the bell button beside the subscribe button. That way you get to know when I post a new video and get to hear all my gist first hand. I must put this disclaimer for everybody who's watching today. My ring light go bad at the beginning of this whole reunion show, so that's the reason why the video is not as bright, but don't worry, I'll repair it, after the whole, like when I have time. So let's begin. This one starts with Ebuka playing back all their charade in the diary room, all the drama, diary room drama. Omashola gave it to us, pa. So Omashola, why were you like that in the diary room? Why? Tell me, like you were really talking, spending time, very dramatic. Why? Omashola was like, see, Ebuka, the thing is, you see Biggie just once a week here, and a lot of things happen in that house within 1 week. So he would just keep, like, once anything happens, he'll keep it that, okay, I'll tell Biggie, I'll tell Biggie, I'll tell Biggie. So when he sits down to talk to Biggie once a week, he's pouring out everything that he can remember. 2, he was at a point in his life where, like, he did not obey any rules. He was his own boss. That guy was about 40 or 39 when he was in the house. You get me? So at that time, like, there was nobody that could tell him anything. He wasn't obeying his mother or his brother or nobody. Do you get? So now seeing himself in a house where there's a voice controlling, and then he cannot oppose the voice, he can't challenge it. If Biggie says stand, you gotta stand. If Biggie says jump, you have to jump. So he liked that fatherly, he felt like he saw Biggie like a father. Do you understand? So when he goes to sit down in the diary room with Biggie, he's talking to like his pops, like, talk to me, this is what happened, advise me. So yeah, that's why he had that experience in the diary room. Do you get? Then I asked Jackie that, well, Jackie, see, well, let me ask you a question. She was like, whoa, between Omashola and Khafi, because they were both the most dramatic people in the diary room, who do you think, like, differentiate their diary room session, like, motive? Jackie says, see, Ebuka, let me be real with you, Omashola was genuine. You could tell that he was in the diary room to express himself, to pour out his heart to Biggie. But the other party, I'm looking like, who's the other party? Ebuka was like, why? Call her name. He was like, no. The other party, Venita now offers, very, very generously. She offers and says, oh, the parrot. And she was like, yeah, the parrot party. Let's just stop there and chill. Jackie's beef with Khafi is not even going to end anytime soon. Like, Jackie is really not happy with Khafi at all. You know what? And I know Khafi's fans will come and say, oh, who cares? Who does not care? I'm going to say it. I said it before when the show was on. I'll still say it here because we're talking about the matter. I feel like they need to sit down and have a conversation. I feel like Jackie genuinely liked Khafi. If you watch the show, at the beginning she likes Khafi. They were sharing things, and I really feel like Khafi betrayed her. As in, I feel like it. You see that whole experience with Tacha, Khafi, and Jackie. Khafi really betrayed Jackie. I can't lie, because I mean, if you guys don't know, let me just refresh your memory. Should I? Gedoni, Khafi, and Jackie were discussing Tacha, right? And then Ebuka now comes on Sunday and asks Jackie a question. That wasn't particularly what she said. Jackie was explaining, and Jackie looked at Khafi for moral support now, just help me out. And Khafi is just quiet, like she's just looking like, oh my god. But I mean, I can't blame her, because who wants to enter ditch? But afterwards, you didn't even go to meet the girl, like, man, sorry, like, that's Jackie, like, sorry, man, I was caught off guard or anything. No, Khafi goes to meet Tacha to explain that, no, I did not know this was, I was just like, no. That was the first move that Khafi made that I was like, I mean, real one, that was not it. So I feel like they need to sit down and have a conversation. I feel like Jackie needs to calm down, really. Like, I mean, see, y'all are grown up people. Khafi, if you're watching this video, I hope you watch it. Please have fun. Don't come and make her not like me. Watch the video, I feel like when you come to Nigeria, sit down with that girl and talk to her. She's your friend. She really is your friend. I'm telling you. Like, if anybody is hurting that much, cannot call your name, it's because they liked you. I bet, let's be real. Yeah. Anyways, Jackie now said, hey, but that parrot party, that's what she called her. You know, that she felt like Khafi was very, very manipulative. Okay, that wasn't the word she used, but that's what it meant. She felt like Khafi was just going to the diary room here to smear the personalities of those that she had issues with. I mean, if you go to the diary room, what you say is, yeah, Biggie, this is how I feel. But Khafi was saying, Biggie, this is how I feel. And because I feel this way, I feel like this person is this way and that person is this way. People can answer, but Jackie, it's a game. You need to remember that it's a game. And then it's diary room. It's supposed to be a very personal experience. Jackie was like, yeah, but if I have issues with you, and I talk to you, and you cannot come and meet me and tell me your issues with me, yeah, but you will go to the diary room and complain about one person. It shows the kind of personality you have. If we cannot talk to Venita, Venita, please tell us so. Do you agree with what Jackie's saying about Khafi's diary room session? She said, see, Khafi really utilized the diary room more than anybody, in fact, more than any of the housemates. She understood the purpose of the diary room and she used it very well. And she actually thinks that Khafi was even putting up a production in the diary room because she was like, I mean, are you very, oh yeah, bubbly, ha. It was like, it did not even feel real at all. Ibuka now says, you guys should not forget that this is a game. And that is the way I want to talk to anybody who wants to go into the house like next year or next season, you get me? The diary room session is one part of the whole BBNAIJA experience that we pay attention to. Diary room session, Friday night party, Saturday, the night party sha, after the party, Sunday eviction. People really focus their attention there. Now, with what these people are saying, you should realize that when you're in the house and you have diary room session like time, utilize it, sell your market. Ibuka keeps reminding us, this is a game. No matter how you want to say, oh, my fave is the best, they were all playing a game. A game where they had 19 other people in the house. Everybody was playing the card that everybody felt, you know, was good for them. Remember that. So, I mean, we should big up Khafi. Khafi understood what she was going there to do, and Khafi played her game well, backed herself a man, is engaged to the man, you get me? Then we can ask Shay how far? Because people had diary room experiences, but was it only Khafi? Shay was like, you know how he sees it, yeah? Everything is just perspective, how you choose to see things here. And then what he thought about Khafi and diary room is that it feels like when Biggie calls Khafi his diary room, Biggie will be like, oh, this girl has come again. Because in the house that they were just in, the way she talked, so you can just imagine if she's in the diary room, she go they talk up and down. That's one. Then two, his issue with Khafi again was that Khafi was very, very, you get me, like what's that word now, chameleonic. She used to change her personality at different times. One time she's this way, now she's another way, later, like she just changes. And in fact, she used to change to suit the environment, to suit the emotion around the room. Do you understand? So when she's in a happy place, she's happy. When she's, you get me, that she, and that's not a good thing to do, man. Venita now, again, generously gives. Yeah, insecurity. Next one, Jenna asked Kim, like, Kim, you have issues with Biggie. Kim was like, yeah. That she feels like Biggie does not particularly like her, Kim. They were like, why? She was like, because she only had 2 diary room sessions, yeah. But, like, the first time she sat down to talk to Biggie, he wasn't even open to her. He wasn't even friendly. He was, even when he asked her a question, she answered the question, he was like, no, that wasn't what I asked you. Like, you know, he didn't even try to even say, you know, Kim, you're here, you can tell me anything, you can be free with me. No, nothing. Ibuka was like, but Kim, don't you feel it is your personality? Because the first day that Omashola entered that diary room, Omashola's diary, the first day, it was like a sermon. Omashola, they talk. Kim was like, see, people are different, do you understand? People open up differently. Some people cannot flow easily, some people can open up fast. But if the person you're talking to makes, you know, like gives you a very open reception, do you get me? You'll be able to flow and, you know, speak freely. Jackie now said that, you know how she sees it here? She sees that, listen, you know what? Jackie is pepper. Jackie was like, see, how she sees this matter is that anybody who did well in diary room has watched the show before and has studied diary room movement before and knows how to do it. Ebuka was like, but Omashola had a good time in diary room. And Omashola said that he never watched the show before. Jackie was like, Ebuka, please, anybody And that she believes that anybody who did well in the diary room must have watched the show before. And me, I've seen comments under my videos. People are saying, oh, I beg, Omashola was lying. He has watched the show before. Like, why would you have watched the show and you'll be lying? I would like to know. I mean, I watched the show. How will I lie? You know when you want to sell, I'm real, I'm original, too much. Like, you see how I said yesterday? You don't have to come and telling me, oh, I did not play a card. It's not bad if you play the card. It's not bad if you watch the show. Some things are just non. These housemates can just make, as in, see, people can, people can just pick wahala for themselves for no reason. If you watch the show, why are you lying? Omashola now said, no, let him say something that he has not watched the show before. If you think he's lying, hold it there. He did not even know that people really spend time to watch Diary Room. Because if he had known, there were things that he said in the diary room that he should not even have said at all. And I kind of agree with him, or I see where he's coming from, because Omashola was very open. Omashola even cried in the diary room. In fact, I beg, Omashola is not true, because every time in diary room, it felt like you were sending a message to that your ex-girlfriend. Every time you sent direct message to that girl. I remember that there was even one day I did a video while the show was on. I even said that guys, reach out to the girl for Omashola, he needs her back. So how then will you now say that you do not know people were watching Diary Room, but you were sending direct message to your ex-girlfriend every time? Omashola, I mean, that's my own take. If he says he has not watched the show before, then maybe he hasn't watched the show before. But then again, fraud now comes again to say, I beg, you cannot tell me you're going for a show, that you are going to go and do audition, and you will not even do research, you not even want to even check YouTube to even see how the thing goes. I say, fraud, thank you. I was like, there's no way you will watch YouTube video to see how things are done. I beg. Omashola said, no. Venita said, no, it's not true, it's not true. Fraud said, Venita, you told me that you know that I am an emotional person. How do you know? How did you know? Hey, I tell you, I'll cast the air. Because you know how Venita is saying that she did not watch the show at all before coming into the house. Bear in mind, Venita came into the house weeks after the show had started. How is it possible at a show that has started, that because you came into the house weeks later, that means your interest was in the house and you never watched the show before? That's a lie. Because we don't have to lie, irrelevant lie. Anyways, in her defense, Venita says, no, that when she came into the house, people, were saying it about him. I don't know, but me, I just know that there's no way you go to a show, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks after the show starts, and you have not been watching the show to get your game right. Bruh, I beg, that's not true. But I mean, that's what I think. Maybe she's right, now she know. Then Ibuka now plays a clip for us, so how Mercy was talking to Diane that oh Biggie, oh Biggie, that Mercy almost, let's say almost, kinda had a crush for Biggie. You know, ask Mercy that, Mercy, how far, give us Biggie juice. Mercy was like, see Ibuka, hey. That Biggie's voice was just very soothing, There's something about that voice that when she just hears, she will have things that are troubling her in her mind. But when she enters into the diary room and sits down and just hear Biggie's voice, that all her worries will just go away. That voice said that she wishes that she had a boyfriend that could talk to her with that kind of voice. I said, you're wishing what? And if it was just there, that's how Ibuka said, Mercy, are you throwing a shade? Everybody begin to laugh. That what you? Because I'm like, camera, and I'm focused on Ike's face. Ike now give us the big man, like, I don't care, but this one is very hard. So they played a clip of Fraud when he was in the diary room telling Biggie about somebody who, the person intentionally triggers you to act a certain way, be a certain way. I remember that clip. And he was talking about Mike. But when they asked Fraud, I mean, it's been a while. I'm sure he's now a busy man. He has forgotten all that things. So Fraud now said that, Ibuka, there are 3 people that fall into this bracket. Who? He says there's Mike, there's Jeff, and there's Sheyi. Ibuka was like, Sheyi, what happened to Sheyi? He said yes. Because every time, like, Sheyi nominated him or something, it hurt him because he felt like Sheyi was breaking bro code. You know what? Let's be one. See, Fraud had a lot of expectation from people that dashed his heart. I'm telling you, it's sad, but in that kind of heart, we need to remember that nobody's your friend. Don't expect them to do a certain way, act a certain way, pay homage, be loyal. They want you to leave because they want to win. Don't you get it? Anyway, Fraud now said that everybody in the house knows that before they went into lockdown. By lockdown, because you know, I think that before you enter the house, they'll put you in a room alone for a while before you now take you to the main house. That's now when the show now starts here. So Fred now said that before he got into like the first lockdown time, everybody knows that he just left theater. His mother was being like operated on. She was going into surgery. So he was emotional for him because he left his mother, came to lockdown, entered the house. He doesn't know if the mother survived, what happened. So every eviction time, when he has to stand up in his mind, he's thinking, oh my God, do I want to go home? Don't I want to go home? If I go home, what will I hear? So it is emotional for him, and I now understand why. Because every Sunday, he used to take it very personal. So now I understand why he would cry on Sunday. In fact, I understand why he was crying. I mean, if you're in a house and your mother, because he obviously loves his mother, and your mother was being operated on, and you don't know anything about her, you'll be emotional. Oh, I did not know, fraud, sorry. You'll be very emotional. There's no way. Anything that happens, your mind will go to your mom's. And when your mind goes to your mom's, you want to cry. That's why you were crying. Sorry, we didn't know. Get me? We didn't know. Oh. So he was like, yeah. And the sad thing now is that he has spoken to Shay about this thing. So every Sunday when he escapes eviction, Shay will come and meet him and talk to him that, my guy, you know, hey, you're big up, say, hey, you know. But then they say pick somebody who's up for eviction. Shay will pick him again. Shay was like, wait, don't talk, Shay, I'm talking. Your mother even apologized for you. Hey, that was where all the camel back broke. Shay was like, which mother? First said, Shay, I'm talking. No, I'm talking. No, I'm talking. No, Shay, let me talk. Lie. Wow. So apparently, when Shay was like, my mother apologized to you, how? Fred was like, yes, that this thing even caused wahala between their fans. Their fans, does Fred have a name? Is it Fraudite or Fraud? Fred's fans and Shay's fans, like, did you guys have issues? Give us gist now. I can't be giving you all the gist, and you have gist. I'm not giving me, but that tell me in the comment section. So it was like that. It caused wahala between fans. That Shay's mother had to come and meet him. Not meet him. I don't know where they met her, but Shay's mother came and told him that, you know, Shay, my son loves you, and I like your relationship. And so when Shay's mother hugged Fraud, Shay's mother whispered something to Fraud's ear. Shay was like, that's what is annoying him. That is a lie. That he owns up to his thing. That still tell something Fraud there. If we go back to the house a second time, I will do the same thing I did over and over again because I loved what I was seeing. You see why I said when you have insecurities, keep it to yourself. And let me talk about that here. What I meant was, if you are in a competitive environment like Big Brother house, don't go and be telling people your worry, your fear, because they, okay, now see, they knew that your mom sees gist will trigger you, Fraud, obviously. So they were playing the card a lot of times. So when you are in a competitive environment, that's not when you say, I used to think when I was younger, I used to think I was ugly. Oh, my arm, my Christian mother arm makes me feel bad. Oh, my leg looks like yam. No, don't tell anybody anything. But if you're not in a competitive environment and you have insecurities, please let it out. Deal with it. But if you are in a competition with anybody, shut your mouth. Keep it to yourself. It's not easy. When you go to that, how about that? When you go to that room, tell Biggie, or Biggie, you know, I don't know, in this house with everybody speaking all this phone, I feel like, you know, my pidgin English is raz or what. Let Biggie ginger you, but don't come and tell your people they use it against you. Can you hear for the gist? Okay. Fred was like, see, all he knows is that it was broke code and it was broken again. Another one. There's no bro code there. There's no sis code there. That was the same code that messed Sissy, Alex, and Toby, because Sissy was expecting Alex to be loyal to her and leave Toby alone. There's no loyalty in BBNAIJA. So you be wise, my darling. But that is all for today. If you want me to shout you out, holler at me in the comment section. Say, oh me, please shout me out. And you know me now. You know me, I'm your homie. I'll shout you out, my love. Remember, this is a new merch from Talk to Your Homie. If you're a true homie, if you're like Talk to Your Homie gang, you should have one of these teas, my love. It is just, don't stop saying just. It is 5,000 naira and delivery is free if you live in Lagos. Buy for somebody, sponsor a giveaway. Let's be happy. Let's be, get me. Do me well, my darling. Subscribe to this channel and click the bell button beside the subscribe button. That way you get to know when I post a new video and you get to hear all my gist firsthand. That is how I am leaving you for today. Be good and be nice and be sweet. I just found out about these fruits. Let me show you. Why is this soft? Because I cut it for a while. They call this golden melon. I just found out about this fruit like maybe like day before yesterday and I love it. It's so nice. Anyways, bye bye. Mm.